What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie Dow today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It's the 17th of June, and here we are at about 18.5 cents. Looking like we want to go a little bit lower, if we're being honest. It's actually not the reaction we were looking for off of this low. We did have a nice day yesterday, but pulling back the amount that we did, it's not too good of a reaction, and the follow through to the downside here does suggest a rejection. Rejection of what? Rejection of prior areas of support here, and even prior areas of resistance here as well. If we're looking at this on a 1 hour time frame, the 1 hour RSI did get overbought, which is nice to see. Good move. You even had volume coming in on this move here, and just nothing to persist, right? That's not ideal. I want to look at this actually on Coinbase, because I think Coinbase has more volume, so it might be more reliable, more reliable readings here. Yeah, you're getting that volume here, and you just didn't go anywhere. In fact, you went lower. So I think that there were some people that probably sold here potentially. You found support right at prior resistance, and you didn't go anywhere, man. And actually, where you did go was right up to here, right at prior support to find resistance, and lower you are, right? Volumes coming into the downside. 1 hour RSI looks bad, right? We're getting into the oversold zone. We might bounce from here. Sometimes you get into the oversold zone, right? You bounce back and then you go lower. Something like that could happen. I mean, we did that over here, right? You got oversold, bounced up, and then you went lower. So don't count on this being the low if we do see a little bounce here. Don't be discouraged either if we go lower. Cookie Dow is a very bullish project. We're very bullishly inclined, and there's some very high expectations for this thing over the next couple of weeks, over the next couple of months, and going into the end of this year. We're going to see some crazy stuff happen. But in the meantime, being here at 18.5 cents, we really might see a little bit more of a drop. Uh, it's also a fine area to bounce, to be completely fair, but I don't believe that 1, 2, 3 points of support in this area. I don't believe in quadruple bottoms. It would actually make a lot of sense that we go a little bit lower. So we're going to run with that idea, okay? Just a little bit lower. Bitcoin looking sickly here, going a little bit lower than I anticipated it to go to. Volumes coming in. Looking at the 1 hour, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Bitcoin went a little bit lower too, and that triggered altcoins across the board to go lower. Does this mean that we're going below 100K? Does this mean that we're seeing a crazy drop across the market? It could, but I'm not under that impression as of now. Just a little bit lower than expected, right? Today might not be the bullish day we were looking for. From a high or a low to a high here, come on now, low to a high here. You found support at the golden ratio, rejected the 382, and this is very consistent with working your way down. Here you are at the 886 right now. So if you come back up to the golden ratio and find resistance, don't get too excited. 19.4 cents is the golden ratio, 19.3 cents, 19.4 cents, right around there. If we were to come up to this area and then reject and come back down, we absolutely are going lower. So any kind of move up from here that is not above 19.4 cents, I wouldn't get too excited about. And really, you want to see this close. Before you get excited, you want to see it close above 19.4 cents, above that golden ratio. Close there or higher, and then we can get excited that this is the low. There's no concern about going lower at all. Typically, moving straight down to the 886 is a good thing. You'd actually see it's a volatile thing. It's scary, but it actually is a good thing, and you'd actually see a move that goes back up to the 382, but we didn't move straight down. We found support at the golden ratio. We found support here even, and then we continue to just slowly bleed down. That kind of makes me think that we will go lower. 4 hour time frame here. Looking at the 4 hour. I mean, I guess in this context we have just gone straight down, to be completely fair, and maybe we are. But looking at this as well, you do have some good stuff going on with the 4 hour time frame. You've got some bullish divergence here in the RSI. If the price closes a little bit lower than these lows here, even if we go down to like 17 cents, whatever, we probably still maintain a higher low in the RSI and might even bounce right off that oversold zone. That could set us up for a very bullish posturing indeed, but still the idea would be we go just a little bit lower. So how much lower are we going to go? From a low to a high here, my expectation would be we either find a double bottom at 18 cents, maybe we go just below there. If not, something between 16 to 17 cents is likely where we would go. Okay, so we're at 18.6 cents now. Not talking about or expecting anything too extreme to happen just yet. Could we go lower than that? Absolutely we could, but I think that I would be very surprised if we went below these lows, so I'm going to maintain that posturing of 16 to 17 cents. And at the best case scenario, we could find a double bottom right there at about 18 cents, so that's fine if we do that too. Looking at the daily RSI, we are in a bit of a downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows, the whole shebang. Let's get this on Bybit here, right? Lower highs, lower lows. We found support here before. We found support here before like this, and now we're kind of crowding this area. Different behavior begets different results. short of some kind of reversal today. If we can pump up by the end of the day and see some good stuff, maybe in the FOMC meeting there's some bullish things going on. They're talking about dropping interest rates or other things. Maybe they're bullish on the markets, dovish. They'll talk about quantitative easing. I don't know. Interest rates aren't the only things that they talk about there. There's other things that could be implemented that are bullishly inclined for the markets. If we have some kind of reversal by the end of the day, all of these lower targets would be changed and we'd actually be looking to move up. We'd be looking to rip to the upside here by the end of this week. But if we maintain this posturing or worse by the end of the day, then yes, I would expect that we do go lower. Okay. And looking at the daily RSI, it might make sense that we go lower until we interact with this oversold area. Typically, downtrends are done once you interact with the oversold zone. So one of two things is going to happen here, you guys. We're going to get some kind of reversal, immaculate reversal by the end of this week, or we might not actually have an end-of-month rally. We might have another end-of-month dump, and then going into the beginning of July, we should rally, should recover, and seeing higher prices from there. But time will tell. We'll see how it goes. Either way, I'm kind of hoping that the price goes down because I would definitely like to buy some more cookie. I remember like 3 days ago, I was a little bit discouraged because we were thinking that this week would be bullish, and it still could be. But again, we need some kind of reversal to happen like today or tomorrow. The reaction that we had to start off the week was nice, but it wasn't enough. And at this point in time, it looks like a rejection. So running with that idea of a rejection, looking at the shorter term time frames, the 4-hour, the 1-hour time frames are looking bearish as well. We're going to maintain the posturing now that we are going lower, at least for the time being. So I got nothing else for you guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. From a low to a high, the expectation would be that we go down to the 0.5 even, down at 16.1 cents there. Again, 16 to 17 cents is the possible target area. And that's the golden ratio there. I think 16.1 cents might be where we go, you guys. But time will tell. There's still time to reverse this. If today or tomorrow can reverse the price action, then we're absolved of going lower, but I'm not holding my breath over that. Also, one more thing, actually, just to show you kind of where my head's at, right? We're in this consolidation phase. Okay, lower lows, lower highs. We're consolidating. We're in an overall upward sloping move. We're in an uptrend right now, but we're in a consolidation phase to the downside. Consolidation phases tend to end once the volume dies off, okay? Once the volume dies off and you break out one way or the other, volume will come back in, backing up that move, validating that you are breaking out, whichever direction you're breaking out in, okay? My expectation would be, because the volume is dying off as we're proceeding lower, that this is nothing to really be concerned about. It's just an opportunity to buy if and when we get down there. And then likely that volume will come in, sending us higher, maybe by the end of the month, if not certainly going into July. July should be a really good month, and all hope is not gone for the end-of-month rally. But at this point in time, just looking at Bitcoin, looking at the potential timelines that we have lined up, it might not. It might not. So, just look at it as an opportunity. It is an opportunity. And just be patient, right? Markets are meant to shake you out. They're meant to test you. And the only people that pass are the ones that are still holding after the test. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.